Let's go, Chiefs. Let's go. Super Bowl champs, baby. I just watched the game and I'm pumped. And I also want to tell y'all a story of something cool God did literally today, in addition to aiding my Chiefs in victory. I say my Chiefs, but obviously Texans are my number one. But hey, Patty and the boys, they're two. And they win today. Here's the story, guys. This morning I preached. That's not the testimony, but I spoke at church this morning. I'm not on staff anymore, but hey, still got to preach today, so that's cool. And here's something cool that happened. So I, during worship, before my message, so I wasn't going into today planning on doing this, but during worship, I felt prompted by the Lord internally to make room in my message to give away $100. And the reason why I felt like this was a helpful illustration was not just like a, hey, let me give $100, but one of the things I was talking about this morning is how the New Testament calls us to be generous givers. And so the illustration was, hey, let me see if anyone's bold enough when I ask, hey, is anyone here in a lot of financial stress, financial need? If so, would you be willing to raise your hand? So this is in the middle of my message that I do this, and I ask that question. And the reason this was a helpful exercise is because after that person raised their hand, I'm going to give them $100, and then I'm going to come back to the stage and I'm going to say, hey, here's the thing. You don't have to do this, but I want you to give away $50 today. Give 50 of this to someone or something else that you think would be blessed by $50. And it seemed like he was going to do that. But then I asked the church, I said, here's my question for you guys. Did I just give him, his name is Tyler, I said, did I just bless him or curse him? Did I just give him a blessing or a curse? And a couple people like chuckled. They're like, what do you mean? And then a few people answered the question, like, you blessed him. Of course you did. You just gave him $100. And I said, but is it really a blessing? Because I just asked the person in the room that's potentially in the most financial need, more than any of us, he's the person that I asked to give $50 away. Why would I do that to someone if I know that they're in need and they're struggling? And it's a helpful illustration because what comes to your mind is, well, of course it's still a blessing, because one, he doesn't have to do that. I didn't require him to give $50 away. And second, even if he does give away $50, it was all free money anyways. He didn't earn it. It was given to him. And so he still gets $50. I said, guys, this is how it is when God expresses to us that he wants us to be generous givers. It's like everything we receive, it's a gift from him. All of it is free money. All of it is bonus. And of course, we have to work hard, but even our ability to earn wages is a gift from the Lord. Every dollar we receive, it is a gift from the Lord. And if we view it that way, then giving money away becomes not a curse, but a blessing. And it's almost like, of course, if I don't even deserve what I've received, I'm just that much more inclined to be willing to give from what I've received as a way to be thankful for what I've received. And the best blessing of it all is when you give, the joy that you receive and the fulfillment and the gratification and the adrenaline that you get giving when it costs you something, when you know that this money could really help you. To be able to give that to someone else, it makes that gift mean so much more to you. And so I'm super thankful for that illustration. But here's the testimony. I don't know it, so I wasn't planning on doing that. During worship, I felt like God asked me, hey, give $100 and do this illustration. Here's what a guy Luke tells me after church. Luke was Tyler's ride to church that morning. Tyler does not have a working car right now, apparently. Luke was waiting for Tyler for like half an hour, and Tyler was not showing up. Tyler had just done 3 overnight shifts 3 days in a row. So Luke's thinking, man, he's probably just asleep. Like, he got home from work at 6:30 in the morning. Like, he's probably just sleeping. So he starts driving away, and he feels like God says, hey, just be patient. So he drives back, waits for Tyler, and Tyler comes. So, okay, Luke was going to leave Tyler, but God says, hey, be patient. Then on the whole ride to church, Tyler is telling Luke about all the financial stress that he's in, and also saying that he doesn't feel comfortable asking for money anymore, because I think he had been around our church for a little bit and had asked people for money already, and just felt like he had already kind of used that goodwill. And so he's literally just venting to Luke about all the financial stress that he's in. Luke internally is also, struggling with what to do, because Luke has helped Tyler out several times before. But during worship, Luke basically feels like an idea came to his head of what if he gave $100 to Tyler to meet with me, not me the pastor, but me the financial advisor. Like, what if Luke paid for a couple financial advising sessions for Tyler, and that was a way that he could give, and the number $100 came to Luke's mind. So that was cool. And then when I'm sharing, hey, is anyone in financial need, etc., I learned, because Luke told me that he was praying that Tyler would have courage to raise his hand, to be the person to receive. Now, the first person that raised their hand didn't know that they were going to receive anything. I was just asking, hey, is anyone stressed? Is anyone willing to admit that? And so Luke's praying that Tyler would be willing to receive that, or to admit that that's him. And he did. He also, Luke told me he was praying that Tyler would stay awake during the message. Not because I was being boring, but just because Tyler had just worked 3 overnight shifts in a row. He's running on low sleep. And so even just the fact that Tyler made it there was a God interruption to Luke. The fact that I even did this $100 giveaway illustration was God interrupting my sermon plans. And then God answered Luke's prayer to give Tyler boldness to admit that he had need, even though he was just telling Luke earlier on the way to church that he doesn't feel comfortable asking for any help anymore. And then also, God gave Luke the $100 threshold, or $100 idea of what he could give to Tyler, which mirrored what I felt led to give to Tyler, which is cool. And then also, apparently a few other people gave to him after church, just came up to him and gave him more. So that's pretty stinking cool. One other thing that's cool, that's unrelated to the giving part of it, but maybe related, is a couple things. One, Tyler came up to me after church and said that he wants to be a financial advisor. And so he's interested to learn from me of, just how the industry works and how different ways he can get into it. And so it's cool for someone that's in financial need and in financial stress to feel like, man, I want to help other people in their finances, even though in present moment, he's not really doing a great job managing his own finances. And then he gets blessed with generosity, and then there's an open door to meet with me. And then he also apparently shared with Luke that my message was I don't remember how Luke said it, but something like, this is a new perspective or a new mindset, a different way to think about money than he had been thinking about it before. And so maybe there's, long-term internal transformation happening simultaneously with this near-term need getting met. But I just wanted to share that cool just testimony that God speaks, that multiple different people randomly feel nudges from God to do something, and it ends up potentially being a significant moment in this other person's life. And who knows? No pressure on Tyler, but just cool to see God minister to people, God care about people, and to see God know way more than we do of what he's up to. Pretty cool, right? If you want to listen to that sermon, that moment, my conversation with Luke is not on the message, obviously, but the moment of that giveaway it's on our church website, Antioch NWA, as in Northwest Arkansas.org. And then it's under resources, sermons, /sermons, something like that. Anyways, I had fun. Thankful to get to preach this morning. That's all I wanted to share, though. Pretty cool testimony. God uses people, even Texans fans, guys. Even people that cheer for the worst NFL franchise. One day, there's glory coming. Go Chiefs. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Life is worship. God is love.